Luis Ortiz is a player for the Cleveland Guardians. He is under investigation by Major League Baseball right now. And here's what happened. There is some question whether he may have been involved in some sort of bet based on a pitch thrown. Yes, it's true. There are markets like that. And before we start criticizing gambling companies, and this has nothing to do with the fact that DraftKings is a sponsor, I've said the same thing back when I was still in baseball. The opportunity to have gambling companies, the business is good and the oversight is good. The business is better, but the oversight is real. The ability to catch people doing things is easier now, not harder. The players are told this. They know it. It is in every language: English, Spanish, Japanese, Latin. It doesn't matter. Italian. What Luis Ortiz is accused of doing and what they're investigating is whether or not there was a pitch where you can say, will that be a ball? Will that be a strike? That there was an unusual bet for a ball and then a ball was thrown. And it wasn't like, oh, is the umpire in on this? It was one of those where when you're watching a game, you say, wow, he held on to that pitch too long, or my God, he's got no command. It was not even close. It's the equivalent of saying that you are going to get the under in rebounds in a game, and what you do after the opening tip is you immediately sprain your ankle and leave the game to guarantee the under, meaning it ain't close. Baseball is not going to work with the gambling companies to eliminate these type of prop bets. The fans want it. The gambling public wants it. The excitement of live betting, it is a real revenue source, and it's money that gets passed on from companies to teams and leagues. It's not going away. The question is, when will players get the memo? And I have a new thought on this. And I didn't think I would come to this so quickly in July of 2025, but here we are and here I am. We've done the story this year already of Porter in the NBA suspended for life. We have Malik Beasley. We did that story. I don't remember when we did that story, Coca, but it's recent. Detroit Pistons. Now we've got Luis Ortiz with prop bets. Luis Ortiz is going to get kicked out of baseball forever. He will get a lifetime ban. But as of July of 2025, I have a new thought, which is there's nothing we can do about it. There's no warning. There's no letter we can write. There's no sit down with a team and sit down with players. It's like telling a kid not to try a cigarette or not to try a joint or not to try a beer. It's like telling someone in school, don't ever glance over your shoulder at the paper next to you during an exam. It's like telling a kid, don't touch that, it's hot. And the kid looks and says, oh, let me try that. Man, that was hot. There are certain things that people do that no matter how much you tell them not to do it, they're going to do it. And you can spend billions of dollars on studies or advertisement campaigns that prove that doing a certain action will always result in a certain outcome. Except there's no such thing. Marijuana is not a gateway drug to crack. You don't have to be not buried. That's too many negatives. You can still be buried in a Jewish cemetery with tattoos. You can survive touching an oven with just your pointer. I wouldn't suggest taking a lighter out of a car and putting it on the tip of your nose, but I digress. There is no way that you will get full compliance on anything that is so obvious that who exactly wouldn't wear a seatbelt today? No matter what we do, no matter how much money the government spends, no matter how much money you spend as a parent or as a teacher or as a friend or as a lover, no matter what you do trying to make things better because of your experience, you tell people, I've been there. I know what will happen if you do it. What could happen? Don't hit someone in the back when their eyes are crossed. They'll stay crossed. Not true. But in this case, there will be players who gamble on their sport. There will be players who feel that financially the juice is worth the squeeze. It's why so many players still do steroids, because not everybody gets caught. There are more people betting on sports who play sports than get caught. Because while the odds have increased, it's not 100%. The testing has gotten so much better that some people are dissuaded from doing steroids, but not everybody. The odds of being caught by the gambling companies have improved greatly. The odds of, listen, how do we stop? Here's an interesting side note. Do you know that if you think, oh, I'm just going to have my friend do it for me? The way the gambling companies and the investigators work, the Department of Investigations within MLB and the other sports, there's a chance you're going to get caught even if you think you're doing it in a way that you can never get caught because you use the name John Cocktoaston instead of Malik Beasley 15 as your account name. But the reality is that no matter how many players get caught, no matter how many times someone is sentenced to death, people still commit murder. No matter how many times people get suspended for life, people still will gamble. Is there a level of acceptance that we should just have a necessary part of the equation? Why is it so wrong to be okay with that? Companies do this every day. It's called slippage. There's budget that we would do on a baseball team for accounts that don't pay, a season ticket account, a corporate sponsor. There are budgets within retail stores for shoplifting, loss of items because they get stolen from you. It's all part of the business and the game that we choose. So therefore, instead of saying, oh my God, how could Luis Ortiz do it? I'm going to say it differently. How could Luis Ortiz not do it? He thinks, hey, I need a little extra money. I'm in trouble. I could make an extra money. And if I get suspended for life, I get suspended for life. It's not like I'm in the middle of a $100 million contract and I've saved 50 members of my family. The opportunity for slippage in baseball and basketball will continue. The latest is Luis Ortiz. And what you will see is that MLB will investigate and then they will suspend him for life, which of course means you can apply for reinstatement, but he's not going to get it. You will never see Luis Ortiz pitch another major league pitch ever. Is it worth it? There's still people who are going to say yes.